Welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil 2 Remake. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second wave, which is even worse than the first wave. The second wave is hitting Europe like a tsunami. Yeah, the end is near. No, not really, don't panic. Even though it really is bad, because, you know, when it was the worst in April, or was it May? Here in Germany, the record number for new cases in a day was like 6,000, a little bit more than 6,000. And the past few days, every day, the record has been shattered. Like the day before yesterday, it was 6,200, 300 something. And then yesterday it was 6,700 something, and then today it went over 7,000, just like that. Yeah, who would have thought? Oh, and after dying multiple times, I finally realized, okay, I didn't really die multiple times, but I tried playing this part multiple times, and I realized that when you point your shotgun upwards and let the zombie get close enough to you, there's a good chance that you could blow their heads off with just one shot. Yeah, so that's what I've been trying. Or I'm doing that now. Yeah, trying to collect as many things as I can. The things I left behind from before. Yeah, but coming back to real life, yeah, it's not just in Germany. I mean, compare with the other European countries, Germany is still better off, I guess, because I heard the worst is happening in Chechen. I really don't know what's happening there, but they got such high numbers that their president said, or was it premier? I don't know, sorry, I forgot, that they are running out of medical personnel to take care of the patients. So he's actually asking if there are Chechen doctors that are abroad to come back to their country and take care of their people. Yeah. And also, things are pretty bad in Belgium and the Netherlands too. I mean, it's so weird. These countries are all smaller countries, and yet they have so many cases. And the other thing that's gonna make the second wave worse is that I heard from the news today that the average age of patients getting COVID this time is actually higher. And I thought the old people were taking good care of themselves. I don't know what happened. Yeah. And I have no way of knowing how these people are catching COVID, because like a month ago they were saying most of the new cases were of people returning, you know, from foreign trips. But now they're just giving us numbers and they're not telling us anything else anymore. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating, but what can you do? Okay, I'm kind of trying to do that trick. Oh, crap. Damn. Yeah, I guess this is the risk you have to take when you try this technique. Either you miss, or the zombie just stumbles towards you faster than you expect. Yeah. I have to waste the bullets here to take care of these zombies, because later when I work the jack there, I need to have no disturbance. I mean, free of disturbance. Come on, come to mommy. Whoa, that was nice. Got him before he sprang right into my arms. Sprang. Oh, whatever. Oh yeah, and like I was saying, don't really know how these people are getting sick these days. But I heard they're not going to impose a new lockdown. At least they're trying to avoid it at all costs, because that would be the end of the economy here in Europe. Yeah. Well, right now, I think so far new regulations are you know, big cities like us, Cologne, have high numbers of new cases, and they're telling bars to shut down early, to close early, I think. And they're not supposed to serve alcohol or sell alcohol between 11 and 6 in the morning, I guess. I don't think that's gonna affect most of us, right? Because most of us are sleeping around those times. Yeah. Other than that, there are no new restrictions, I think. Oh well, if there will be a new lockdown, at least I got my last hurrah. Yeah, because yesterday I went to Mannheim. I don't think it's a very big city. It's like a university city. And but it's actually in another state. It's not in the state I live in, which is I don't know the English name of it. Well, the German name is Nordrhein-Westfalen. I think in English it's like North Rhine Westphalia or something. Yeah, it's like the state with the most population, because we have so many big cities in this state. Okay, I'm going to try to work through this. Well, I've already got the hang of it, so it should be okay. I think I can continue talking while I try to figure this out. Yeah. So anyway, I went to Mannheim, and the reason I went there, it's not because that all of a sudden, while the pandemic is getting worse, I suddenly have like Wanderlust. No, it's because if you guys remember, last time I told you that there was this concert in June I bought tickets to, you know, the concert with the orchestra, and it was canceled, but I had already bought train tickets to that concert. And but Deutsche Bahn was nice enough. Deutsche Bahn is the railway system of Germany, and they were nice enough to let us, you know, use tickets if for another time if it's the same destination, because they knew that during COVID time most of us were trying to avoid traveling. To tell the truth, maybe I should have used those tickets earlier, like when things died down. But you guys know how I am. Antisocial me. I just had no desire to go anywhere. But then the tickets will only be valid until the end of October. So yeah, it's already the middle of October, and plus on Monday the new semester starts, so I had to use it in the next few days. Well, I did a good job this time. But anyway, I was actually planning on going on Monday or Tuesday because I heard that the weather is going to be better on those 2 days. But then I found out that some of our lectures for this semester will be on Zoom. Like, I guess some of the professors realize they don't really do a good job recording those PowerPoint presentations. So they thought they might as well just hold the lectures virtually. And actually some professors did do that last semester, but this time I think more professors are doing it. And so I thought it was better to go before the semester starts, because I need to be at home when the lectures start, right? Of course I can watch it outside, but that uses up a lot of internet data, and I like to record those lectures while they're being held, and I need my computer for that, so. Despite the bad weather, I decided to go yesterday, on Friday. And good thing I did, because I heard afterwards that on Monday and Tuesday, the subway system, which is operated by the KVB company here, is having a strike. And I've never heard of that before. I mean, yeah, these Europeans really like to strike a lot. But 2 days in a row? That's kind of selfish. Because I know a lot of people need to take the subway system to work, or students need to take it to school. But yeah, whatever. Won't affect me now, since I'll just be home. Okay, let me get into the details of the trip yesterday. Yeah, so I took the ICE. The ICE is like the high-speed rail here in Germany. And yeah, I don't know. Like, it goes so fast that it only takes an hour and a half to get to Mannheim from Cologne. And yeah, when it goes that fast, it kind of defeats the purpose of traveling, because just when I'm settling in and I'm starting to read a book, I'm already at my destination. Yeah, well, anyway, after I got to Mannheim, I think the biggest sightseeing or tourist attraction there is their, is it called a castle, or would you call it a palace? I don't know, because in German, it's called a castle, but from its appearance, you would think of it more like a palace. But anyway, it's a very beautiful palace. I guess I'll just call it palace. And I really like the interior, because they kept a lot of the old things. Well, actually, I think they replaced a lot of things with antiques from the same time period. So most of them aren't original, what you see in the palace. But it's really nice because they set up as they would have been set up in those times. And I just can't get enough of these palaces, you know, because I grew up reading Jane Austen and all those English novels. And I've always had a soft spot for these things. But it's too bad, because yesterday when I was there, they said that they were holding an event there. I think there was a wedding being held there. I did that. I was like, oh crap! I didn't realize he was that quick. I actually did that on purpose because I wanted to lure him over so that later when I go through the corridor, I don't have to worry that much. But yeah, damn, he gained on me very fast. That was pretty stupid. Okay, back to Mannheim. So yeah, I saw the castle. Sorry, palace. But oh yeah, there someone was having a wedding, I think. I can't believe they can hold weddings there. I wonder how much they paid to be able to hold a wedding in there. Well, I did hear while I was listening to the audio guide that the city, like many other German cities, was bombed during the Second World War as well. But I think it suffered not all that much damage, because as I was going through their city, walking through the city, you could still see a lot of old buildings. It's totally different from Cologne, because from what I've heard, like 95 or 98% of Cologne was bombed, totally destroyed during the war. So that's why you don't see many old buildings in Cologne at all. But I suppose that didn't happen in Mannheim. So while you're walking the streets, you still see a lot of ancient buildings. Like, it's really nice. And other than that, I think another tourist attraction is this water tower. At least I think the translation is water tower. But I have no idea what it was used for, because there are no descriptions outside. It's really weird. And all around it is just a park. So it's like a very big park with this tower in the middle. And you can't enter the tower, so I don't know what's inside. But it does look really nice. It's too bad that there was no water in the fountain area yesterday, so it could have been better, I guess, with water in it and water's being sprayed out from the fountains. Yeah, but that's that. Oh, and I think the Mannheim University actually uses part of the palace as their university building. Because when I first got off, or should I say got out of the train station, I walked straight toward the palace. But I think I went in the wrong direction because I saw the building very soon, but there was no entrance. And from what I could see into the windows, it was like office areas. So I guess that was part of the university. And I also saw their student cafeteria. So I'm pretty sure part of the palace is now part of the university. But when you go from the front entrance, that's where you can enter the palace. What the? Are you kidding me? Do they have to make it extra hard for us in Leon's campaign? So we can't use this shortcut anymore? Damn.
Damn it.
Damn it is right. And of course I have to repeat what Claire did. Again, making no sense. Yeah, well, whatever. And I suppose the tyrant is going to come out yet again. Okay, here they come. I'm going to try to use my method again. Damn, why can't I ever get both at the same time? Why do you say that? Did I pull his brains off? Brains out? Yeah, looks like only half of him. Half of it is there. What? Guess not. Huh? And now he is dead? Kinda stupid. Well, anyway, back to Mannheim. So... yeah. And it's pretty weird. Even though I told you Mannheim is not a very big city, seems like there are a lot of foreigners there. Because while I was walking through the city, I heard a lot of people talking in English. And that doesn't happen often in Cologne, even though there are loads more tourists in Cologne. Of course, when you go in front of the cathedral where all the tourists will definitely go, of course, you know, a lot of them will be foreigners, but I'm talking about other places, like other areas further away from the cathedral. You won't see that many tourists, and yeah, you won't hear that much English, unless, of course, when there's a fair going on in Kölnmesse, like the fairgrounds. For those of you who don't know, Cologne is also very famous for this fair building where a lot of what's it called again? I'm trying to think of the other word that means the same as fair. Okay, lost it, sorry. My English is really deteriorating. Oh, exhibition! Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, this exhibition building is pretty famous too, I guess. I know about that because, in case you guys thought that I'm this lazy person that's either just staying home reading books and not doing anything and just waiting for my parents to give me money. Actually, I try to work as much as I can. So whenever there's a chance I can work at the exhibition as a translator, I do that. So I've been in the exhibition hall quite a few times already. But of course, this year, because of COVID, no dice. No earnings for me. I knew it, but I guess you need someone to remove the helicopter, so that was bound to happen, I guess. Yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, working as a interpreter. Yeah, the pay is very good if you could find an interpreter job in these exhibitions. Like for us Taiwanese, the standard salary is like 150 to 160 euros per day. And usually we don't have to work more than 7 hours. Sometimes less, so it's a very good bargain, right? And of course, you guys are wondering, why don't I work part-time somewhere? I've actually tried that too. And it's worth my while because, of course, this is Europe and the minimum wage here is 10 euros per hour, so it's a lot, but yeah, I learned it the hard way that unfortunately I'm not that capable that I can work at the same time as I'm studying, because you know, the semester after I passed my stakes exam for anatomy, I tried to work at a garden center. Yeah, it's a very big mall that sells garden wear and other stuff, kind of like B&Q. And my job was pretty easy. I worked at the cashier, but I wasn't the cashier. I didn't operate the cashing machine. Am I saying it right? Sorry if I'm saying all the words wrong. These days, I guess, even though my German is still pretty bad, but because I use German so often now, I think my brain thinks in German first before it thinks in English now. Yeah, sadly. I thought I wouldn't be affected, but I guess I am being affected. Yeah, and oh crap, what the? Him again. You're not gonna get me, Slowpo. So I guess we don't have to go into the chief's office this time, huh? Okay. Oh, and as I was saying, even though I wasn't the one operating the cashing machine, I was the one that stood there and helped package the plants. Because, like I said, it's a garden center, so they sold a lot of plants too. And we always like wrap the plants up, at least from the bottom, so that the dirt wouldn't spill out when the customers take the plants home. Oh, and my other job was to scan the products that had barcodes on them, so the cashier can, you know, eventually have the whole sum. Oh, and some of the plants don't have, you know, barcodes on them. It only has a price tag on them. When that happens, I have to read the price out to the person that's operating the caching machine. Yeah, so that's all I did basically. Yeah, pretty easy stuff. But, you know, I'm kind of like a perfectionist. So it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm always going to give it everything. And every time I get off of work, I feel so tired that I couldn't really study at all. So I wasted that semester basically because I was planning to take the biochemistry exam after that semester, like 3 months of preparation. But because the whole time I was working, I didn't study that much, so I ended up not registering for that exam that semester. I took no exams that semester. Yeah. Which is something I really regret. Because at this point in my life, obviously time is more important than anything else. So I learned my lesson and decided, yeah, that's just little cash. What I need to focus on is getting through medical school as soon as possible. Then I'll start making the big cash, right? And that's also what my parents have been saying all along. They never wanted me to work. And that's how they've always been. Like when I was in Taiwan and studying law, they also forbade me to work too. But I went out and find a lot of tutor jobs, you know, English tutor jobs myself, and they couldn't really stop me. But that was different because, yeah, law is definitely not as hard as medicine, and plus I was learning everything in Chinese and not German, which is not even my first foreign language, but my second. So, oh damn, because of him, I have to be careful when I go out. Where is he? Keep on hearing his footsteps. Yeah, I don't know why, but I seem to care too much about money for someone of my station. I mean, my family, as far as you guys can tell, we're pretty well off, I think, compared with other families. And I've never had to worry about money or anything, but, you know, growing up, my parents, they never gave us any allowances. Neither me nor my brother. They were always like, if you need anything, just tell us and we'll buy it for you. And yeah, you don't need money. But of course that's not true because, you know, sometimes you want to buy video games and there's no way they want to buy those for us, right? And I just like the idea of having my own money and not be, you know, dependent on other people. And so the only way I could earn money when I was little was that I would do chores for my mom. She would be like, okay, if you wash the dishes, I'll give you 10 NT dollars, which is not much at all. Damn it. Oh wow, you didn't get me there. Lucky. Wow, escaped in one piece. Can you believe that? Nicely coordinated, right? Okay. Yeah. And oh, and if you guys don't know already, yeah, for us people of Chinese descent, the most important holiday for us is Chinese New Year, right? And I think most of you know our tradition. Like we get, at least the kids, get red envelopes during Chinese New Year. And we look forward to it. Oh. Okay. I'm not really worried. I'll just charge it. Me and my brother, we always look forward to Chinese New Year so much because that's one time in the year that we get to have loads of money at once. Yeah, it's like thousands of NT. dollars at once. But yeah, my parents are very sly because when we get the money from our relatives, they have to give money to, you know, the relatives' kids. So they always ask us to give them back some of the money we got from the relatives. And we have more relatives on my mother's side than on my dad's side. So my dad was always like, okay, you get to keep all the money from my side of the family, but from your mother's side, you have to give them back to me. And you know what my brother and I did? Because, yeah, you know, us Asians, we always have these stupid rules, and we have rules concerning money numbers too. Like during New Year, you usually give people like either $1,200 at once, or $1,600, or $2,000. And sometimes some people will give 1,000, but you don't want to deviate from these numbers. It's usually these numbers. And well, as you know, my relatives from my mother's side, they're mostly doctors, so they mostly give us 2,000. But my brother and I, you know, try to play it like they gave us 1,600, and then we only have to give them, give my parents back like 1,600, and then we get to keep $400 extra. Yeah, it's not much, but we just kind of found ways to keep more money than we can. Yeah. Damn, I must be getting old. I've been telling so many stories about my childhood all of a sudden, right? Yeah. Well, as for Mannheim, other than those two places, I was going to go to a park there. From what I've read, it's a very big park, and you actually have to pay to go in there. But after I went to the palace and then went to eat lunch, I didn't have much time left, so I thought I would just go shopping and then go back home. So even though the shops there are pretty much the same as in Cologne, I went to Saturn, which is called Saturn. But I'm so used to saying it in German now. You know, this shop that sells electric appliances and stuff. Yeah. And I got some really cheap video games. Like, for only €5. And one of the games, the price was altered by hand. So it looked like the old price was slashed and then with 5 written next to it. And for a moment there, I thought it was like €15 because the original price was $25.99, and I was like, is this really €5? I don't believe it. So I went to find one of the employees and asked, is this really €5 or is it 15? And he's like, it's 5. So I got that one. Yeah, and afterwards I got home. So not much drama there. And well, actually, I like riding around, doing nothing, just viewing the scene outside, the scenery outside. And I could actually do that in my state all day if I wanted to, because like I told you guys, we as students get these free tickets to use all the transportation as often as we want. Yeah, but now because of the pandemic, that's not advisable. And it's funny. I think I actually study better when I'm in some kind of vehicle. Because I guess when I'm in a car, I can't watch TV or other stuff to distract me. So when I'm home, my dad's always like, why are you always studying in the car? Why don't you do it while you're home? And I'm like, because I have nothing else to do in the car. So that's why I'm studying. Oh, and the funniest thing is, now that I'm in medical school, some of our textbooks are really thick. Like, you should look at our internal medicine textbook. It's like as thick as a phone book. So one day, while I was in the car and we were going out with my grandma and my aunt, and my grandma saw my textbook and she was like, why are you going around with a phone book? Yeah, she really thought that was a phone book. But that's that. Oh, and have you guys read about the recent news concerning Biden's son, Hunter Biden, and all his dealings with Ukraine and China? I cannot believe most of the media aren't reporting this at all. I mean, the German media didn't even bother to say anything about it. But they would always report that President Trump refused to deny white supremacy and all that. Yeah, these faker hypocrites. But I think the scariest thing was the censorship that these American corporations are implanting themselves. You know, Twitter and Facebook banning the news, even though it was published by a New York Post. Yeah, I know sometimes New York Post articles aren't all that credible, but at least it's a legit newspaper. And who are you to decide if it's true or not? That's not what social media is for, right? But that's what happened. And of course, Republican supporters or Trump supporters are all outraged. And I'm like, welcome to the Chinese world. Because if those of you who have never been to China or you don't know how things are in China, this is how it goes. The Chinese people, they have access to internet, but it's like they live in a country with invisible walls concerning the internet world, because they are banned to use probably all American social media, like Twitter, Facebook, even Google is not allowed in China. Like, they have a Chinese version of all these things. For example, Snapchat is like the Chinese version of WhatsApp, and then there is I forgot what's it called. They have this Baidu. It's like their search engine. So that kind of replaces Google. And they don't really have... Oh, and YouTube is also banned in China as well. So they have their own video sites. A lot of them too. But I know from time to time you do see people like Chinese using these platforms, I guess you could call them. But that's actually because they're using VPN. Yeah, and we call these people the wall jumpers, because they're bypassing the invisible wall that their government has implanted, and then, you know, accessing content that they're not supposed to access. And this is actually serious stuff, because if you get caught, this is against the law and you could be thrown into jail for it.
On this.
Why do you have to? It's just a clock. No, anyway, like I was saying, and if there are people that still don't believe that the Chinese government spy on you all the time, then here's further proof. Like I said, they use Snapchat in China, right? And in Snapchat, there are also like group chats available. And I've seen instances of people talking shit about Xi Jinping or, you know, other Chinese policies in their private group chats, and they were apprehended by the police right away. Because like I said, the Chinese government, they spy on you 24/7, and if they discover that, you're saying all these things you're not supposed to say, then you're in trouble. Oh, and they also censor all kinds of things. Yeah, this is actually the main point I was trying to get to. Like, there are certain things that they won't let you find even in their system, their search engine, like 6.4. You can't find this in their internet because this concerns an incident that happened in China where, you know, a group of students at that time were asking the Communist Party to, you know, free up the country for democracy, and that's where the famous picture of this student standing in front of a tank came from. Yeah, that's the 6.4 incident. At least that's how we Chinese-speaking people know of the incident. And I think a lot of people were massacred on that day. So it's a very sensitive and touchy subject, and you can't find anything about this incident at all in China. And also, you're not supposed to find anything that says anything bad about Xi Jinping, President Xi. So, for example, I don't know why, but I think some Chinese people call him Xi Baozi. And Baozi is, I think I mentioned this during the Resident Evil 6 walkthrough. Like, it's a kind of Chinese bread. But it has... Oh, shoot. Couldn't really react by the time I saw her. What the hell? They're just stupid. Yeah, because I didn't really want to waste bullets on her. Okay. Wrong way. I think I can go back down now. Of course there's so many. Oh man, not again! Maybe I should start letting the zombies just bite me, because I have so many heal items and not enough bullets. Ooh. Okay. What? Oh, still one here.
Shit.
Thank God I boarded up the windows. Yeah, better save here. Because I've done so many things already. Don't want all this to go to waste. But first I have to get all the things I'll need for later. Oh, like I was saying, the difference between baozi and mantou is that they're actually made out of the same substance. I mean the outer part. It tastes the same. But the difference is there's nothing inside a mantou. But inside a baozi is meat. So that's the difference. And a lot of Chinese people like to call President Xi Baozi. I have no idea why, but they do that. And because of that, I think for a period, you couldn't search the word baozi in China at all, which is the weirdest thing, because I'm sure a lot of Chinese people eat baozi. And another funny thing is, I think this came from the US. Like, there was a picture of President Xi walking with President Obama from the United States, and someone made a meme out of this, like comparing that picture to a picture of Winnie the Pooh walking with his friend, the tiger. I don't know what the tiger's name is, but because of that, in China, they banned Winnie the Pooh because when people saw that, they would think of President Xi. Yeah, that's how ridiculous things are in China. But then, maybe not that ridiculous anymore, because it's happening in the US as well. The difference is, the American corporations are implanting these censorships themselves. What a fucked up world we're living in these days. But I really don't know what these corporations are trying to achieve. Especially how they try to kiss up to China all the time. Because, like I said, all their social media, their programs are banned in China. So they can't profit from the Chinese people at all. But still, they try to kiss up to the Chinese government. Maybe they think they can score points with the Communist Party. Damn, why can't you just come already? Yeah. I can't really use that gun until they get close to me. Oh, crap, crap, crap! Wow, they move so fast. Oh, man. Ooh, that was lucky. Oh, wasted so many bullets so fast. I think I'm down to the last one, right? Come on, Scooby. Oh, here he is. Ooh. That took care of things. Good. Oh yeah, I was trying to say, everything they're doing is in vain. Because the more they try to kiss up to the Communist Party, the worse things will get for them later on. Because everything they're doing, our people have done it. You know, our people, the Taiwanese business people who have gone to China to try to make a profit, have learned the hard way that you can't trust the Chinese government, or actually Chinese merchants in general. Because it's a corrupt system. Like, they don't really have a fair judicial system. It's only power and money that matters in China. Like, if you know people that can that have influence, then maybe you can sway things in your favor. But what happens when you run into someone that has friends that are in even higher places? Then you lose right away. And that's how the game goes. Okay. I have a feeling they're all going to come out later, so I'm trying to kill as many of them as I can. Okay, this again looks complicated. But anyway, like I was trying to say, you know, when things started to take off in China, like their economy, our people were the first to try to do business there. Because of course, we speak Chinese as well. And yeah, some of them always believe that, oh, because we're all of Chinese descent, so we're like brothers. So there's no way they're going to do anything bad to us, right? And the Chinese government, or should I say the Communist Party in China, is very smart too. Because in the beginning, they were like encouraging our businessmen to go invest in China, and they would provide them with these stimulus or, you know, packages that help them get land easier or something. But it's all a ploy, because their goal is, you know, try to get as much from you as they can, and once they've succeeded in getting everything from you, they'll just kick you away like old shoes. Am I saying the phrase right? Using the phrase right? I kind of forgot. But yeah, they're like the worst kind of parasite. They will suck you dry, and then once you're really dry, like a mummy, they'll just cast you aside. Because a lot of our businessmen, once they are of no use to the Chinese government, or yeah, Chinese people in general, then the Chinese merchants or their Chinese partners will find a way to report to the authorities. At least that's some of the cases I've heard, that they report to the authorities that, you know, our people did something wrong and they'll be thrown into jail, or that their assets needs to be freezed, and that the court needs to decide what happens to all that asset now. And like I said, the Chinese court is dirty, so unless you have higher ups, higher ups, and you have that kind of influence, or you're totally fucked. Yeah. So a lot of Taiwanese businessmen, they put a lot of money in China and ended up losing more. And then, of course, they just go right back to Taiwan. And of course, there are still a lot of businessmen in China right now. I mean, Taiwanese businessmen. But let me tell you, those people that are still there is only because they serve a purpose to the Chinese government still. Like, one of the most famous examples... Damn, this is harder than I thought. It's much harder than the first one. Damn, I'm just trying everything randomly now, so sorry if you guys already know how to do this and I'm just fucking everything up. I'm sorry. I'm really trying my best. Yeah, like I said, I think one of the most successful... Oh, damn. Finally did that. Oh, okay. And... what's that? A lot of things. Oh. Why is it always in the toilet? Damn, sick. Good old-fashioned Walkman.
That doesn't explain the rumors about the orphanage. I just find it way too coincidental Umbrella's one of the benefactors.
You told me this interview was about the new scholarship Umbrella set up.
Scholarship?
Nobody cares about that. They want to know about the G virus.
Where did you hear about this?
And that big fucking
Damn, he's so dumb.
By the way, rumor has it goes straight to your underground lab.
He gave away his cards, right? Yeah.
Interview's over.
I mean, he showed his cards too soon.
Bitch.
What bitch? I don't think Annette was being all that rude. He was the rude one.
What are they after?
Didn't you hear? G-virus. What's gonna happen now? Must be something bad. I knew it!
That's not good.
Better lure them over, then I can make my escape. What the hell? Him too? Not now. Oh, great. And the controller just malfunctions again while I'm trying to get away from this guy. Okay, I should be safe now, I think. Or not, damn it. Oh, man. Ooh, lucky. That was too close. Yay, made my escape. Oh, spoke too soon. Yay, Ada to the rescue. Wow. Ada's just so cool.
Ada, this is getting old. Saving your ass, that's twice.
I didn't realize you were keeping score.
Look, this isn't a game.
You're gonna kill me.
Nothing dies down here.
That's true. What? Oh, she planted a bomb inside? Damn, she is really so smart.
Did you get the key card?
Yeah. And this. I was hoping you could explain what's on it.
Maybe. After I hear it. Let's get out of here.
Love to. Damn, look at that naive look on Leon's face. He is much more likable then. Free air. Huh? Why can't I do the same? I can't duck. Talk with Ada? Huh? How do I talk to her? This is not like one of the RPG games.
Is that the intel you needed?
Unfortunately, no. Ben didn't come through.
Well, what exactly are you
Because
looking
he
for?
thought, I mean, he
More
sucked at
info
it.
on the people responsible for this mess. What about you? Trying to save the world?
Yeah, well, someone's got to get word to the authorities. We need reinforcements to save this city.
There's no saving this city. It's finished. Well, she's not talking to me. I'm trying to walk in front of her to look at her face.
Road's out.
But,
Going through that gun shop looks like the only way.
gun shop again. Oh, is she going to pick the lock? Yeah. Oh man, Ada is so cool. Ah, this woman is superwoman. She can do everything. I hope there are a lot of emos in here. Emptier than I expected though. Too bad. Oh, what's this? I hope this makes the gun more powerful. So that got me 4 extra bullets, I think. Okay, so what does this do? Didn't reveal much in the letter. That seems to be it. So dark in here. Why can't I use the flashlight? Oh, what?
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I said, don't move.
I'm just passing through. I'm gonna ask you to lower that weapon.
I tell you what, you're gonna turn around and go right back out the way you came in.
Oh, crap. Oh my god, she's not going to just
Your daughter needs
eat
help, sir.
her dad, is she?
Tell me how to deal with my daughter.
Drop it.
No! Wait!
Step aside. We need to terminate her before she turns.
Terminate. Yeah, that's harsh.
It's my fucking
Oh, she
daughter.
hasn't really turned yet.
Ada. Just let them be.
That's
Emma?
terrible.
Sweetheart, I told you to stay put.
Daddy.
Yeah, it's so sad. Oh my god. Oh, I'm getting all teary-eyed again.
Fucking thing. things outside. Look what they did to us. You're a cop. You're supposed to know something. How did this happen?
He's just a normal cop. He's no FBI.
She was our sweet little angel.
Mommy.
I was sleeping, honey.
You mean dead?
And I'm gonna put you to bed too.
Please don't tell me they're going to let her turn all of a sudden and she'll start eating her father. That would be in real bad taste. Okay, guess not. Oh, good. Oh man, this is so sad. It reminds me of a scene in Titanic. Not the movie. The movie's crap.
Give us some privacy.
It's this mini-series done in 2010 or...
You know, it's one thing to keep the truth from me.
What?
But why him?
What are you gonna tell? Oh. Yikes.
I want to find out what's happening here. And stop whoever's behind it. Helping people like them? That's why I joined the force.
Yeah, we all have our goals, but reality is always more complicated than
Is
that.
to take down Umbrella's entire operation. We may not make it out.
Whatever it takes to save this city. Count me in.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying, is this mini-series done in, I don't know, 2010 or sometime after that, but it's a very good mini-series, and it tells you a lot about the Titanic that was not depicted in the movie. And yeah, anyway, there are a lot of main characters in that mini-series, and one of
the Umbrella
them...
Corporation? They're a pharmaceutical company secretly making bioweapons.
I
They
know
have a
all that
virus.
already.
It turns people into indestructible monsters.
That explains the horrible things I've seen.
Finally, I can see her face. Yeah, but anyway, there's a family in the mini-series that's Irish, yeah. And
that's why I'm looking for Annette Bergman.
Wait.
She's the one at Umbrella responsible for unleashing the virus. I'm going to bring
not
her down.
true. She did not do that. Yep. And the Irish family had 4 kids, 2 girls and 2 boys. But anyway, the most important thing is when the Titanic was going down, the kids actually had a chance
This is
of
how we get to Annette.
all being
Based on
saved.
what you've said, the sewer seems fitting.
Well said. After you.
Gee, thanks.
Well, if you're planning on watching it, maybe you should skip this part or
Can't
mute
imagine
this
a real
part.
scientist being down here.
According to HQ, this leads right into Umbrella's secret facility.
Come on. Sewers are run by the city. How could they have a facility without the authorities knowing?
Welcome to corporate America. Umbrella's controlled Raccoon City for years.
Yeah. Seeing everything that's happening in America right now, this rings more true than ever, huh? Okay, whatever, I have to get back. I want to finish that story. Yeah, the kids were actually all in the lifeboat, on the lifeboat already, but
That an earthquake?
I sure as hell hope so.
the oldest daughter, she was afraid of water and she felt that it wasn't safe to stay on the lifeboat. So she got off and ran away. And then the father tried to find her, but by the time he found her, they were like trapped down in the bottom, the 3rd class area. And the father is like holding the daughter close to him and saying that everything's going to be all right because your dad loves you so much. And I've watched it many times already, but every time I watch that scene, I just cry like a baby because it kind of reminds me of my own dad. Of course, I hope that never happens, but I just feel like, yeah, knowing that your dad loves you that much to sacrifice his life for you, that's just something else. Yeah. Sorry that I have to end this on a sad note, but think on the bright side. Tomorrow's a new day and a new week with new hopes. So have a good one. Bye.